Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Saturday, the 10th of September. With load shedding occurring, there's no electricity in the church, so I thought I'd try doing a mull in the garden. And as it's a Saturday, I thought there'd be less traffic, though thus far I'm not convinced that will be true. So we will contend with the general suburban noises that abound. But while the world goes on around us, we turn to God's Word. And following McShane today, we read Ezekiel chapter 13. In it, Ezekiel is commanded by God to speak against the false prophets that were giving false words of encouragement and peace to the people. In verse 10 we read, "Because they lead my people astray, saying peace when there is no peace, and because when a flimsy wall is built, they cover it with whitewash. Therefore tell those who cover it with whitewash that it is going to fall." And as I read that, I wondered, where are the whitewashed walls today? And I think there are a fair number of them. And one of the ones that I encountered was there's a tendency amongst good, well-meaning religious people, very, very nice people, usually Christian, that come and say, well, to try and claim that you have the truth is very arrogant and slightly bigoted. And we should rather just agree that all religions are different roads up the same mountain. And that has a nice kind of tolerant sound to it. It sounds all very nice. But ultimately what it's saying is that any religion that disagrees with them, if you claim there is only one way. Now, whether that way is evangelical Christianity, or whether that way is Islam, or whether that way is Hinduism, or whatever it is, if you say this is the way, then you're wrong. Only those that say that all religions are equal are right. And it's suddenly, when you start thinking about it and picking at it, you realize this is a flimsy wall and it's been whitewashed over so that it looks good. But the minute you press on it, it disintegrates. And as they say, there are none so intolerant as the stridently tolerant. So, yeah. And I think another whitewash that we're going to see in the next while, as we watch the goings on around the death of Elizabeth and the coronation of King Charles, is there'll be a whole lot of religious ceremonies which will look good. I mean, the Anglican Church in the UK gets pomp and ceremony really well. But one wonders what's underneath it. And certainly I think there are some people like Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, who had a profound conversion experience back as a university student and has served wanting to bring people to the Lord. And so there are a lot of people there that have a deep and profound faith. But I think there are also a lot of people there that have all their questions and doubts about God, would certainly not preach the gospel, but will be able to put on a good show. And so there'll be a lot of whitewash there as well. And the challenge for us is to say, help us to keep true to the faith and not get caught up with the externals, but let's look at the heart, what we believe, what we hold on to, because that is our strength. And that's the foundation that will build a strong wall. So turn to the scriptures, hold on to God, and be blessed.